going, y'all. Give me some sugar, y'all. Give me some sugar. That's all I do is cheers.
Like strippers' booties go. My verse will still be serving tight like a million virgins.
No gloves.
Remix, now I'm on the original version. Can't never count me out. Y'all better count me in. Got 20 bank accounts. Accountants count me in. Make millions every year. The South can't be in. Cause all I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
And they stay there. Come on, y'all. Cause all I do is, and if you're going in, put your hands in the air. Oh! I don't like this music, but we're gonna do it. Whoa! All I do is got money on my, and every time I everybody hand go up, and they say there. Oh! Cause all I do is, and if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them say there.
Heat in the kitchen,
Oh!
hot on the stove, water getting boiled. Being slow, Snoopy in the hoopty.
Oh!
Overload. I've been running this rap game since I was 20 years old. I hung with the worst of them. Bust till I burst them up. Floss them up, toss them up. Harder way, close them up. Pardon me, I'm bossing up. Pressure up, pressure bro, don't mess with us. We like the youth in the 80s. Back to back, set a track. Hit the lick, hit it back. Hit the trick, jump the track.
I want my money back.
Time and time again, while I'm sipping on this gin. Al Davis said it best, just win, baby, win.
No matter what.
Got money on my, every time I
step up in the building,
everybody hand go up, and they stay there.
and they say yeah,
And they say that, cause all I do is win.
you going in,
Put your hands in the air, make them say that. Alexa, off. Welcome to Sensational Sunday. I decided to get on. I had a couple of friends that were talking about doing a meatloaf. I've not done it in a long time, so I'm going to get at it and do a meatloaf today. I'm going to kind of do a little quick meal. I'm going to start off and get my meatloaf together. So everybody get your wine. Like and share if you will. Cheers. Hit this follow, subscribe button. Hit all those buttons. So get your wine. And here is a little what? Give me some sugar. This is not bad. I got it from Walmart, y'all. And it is not bad at all. Give me some sugar. Sweet muscadine. So that's what we're going to sip on while we're getting our cook on. So we're going to get going here. I'm trying to focus my mind to make sure I got everything, and I don't. So let me get my stuffings together here. Ho, ho, ho. So we're going to get a meatloaf going. I've got my oven going and preheated here. This is about 2 pounds of ground beef that we're getting ready to get started with. Now, when I'm cooking ground beef, I usually like to put a little meat tenderizer in it a little bit to kind of help get the meat a little bit together here. Ah, flip it. Just a little bit of unseasoned meat tenderizer. That's just to help make the meat a little bit juicier. I got that trick from my mama. She told me add a little bit of meat tenderizer to your ground beef right before you cook it to let it settle. It actually gets it tenderizes a little bit more on this ground, but it makes it a little bit juicier. So I'm gonna follow her. Okay, so I've got me some peppers and onions going here, and I think what I want to do is kind of maybe just get them in a little bit of oil on the stove with this minced garlic. I thought I had another thing of minced garlic. Yeah, there we go. I'm just gonna get my peppers and onions. I got some peppers, onions, and celery that I'm going to just kind of tenderize a little bit, or not tenderize. I'm going to kind of cook a little bit, and we're gonna get that going. I'm just gonna still using this avocado oil here. So I'm going to get that going on the stove here while I get my other meats and stuff together, or just giving this time to kind of set a little bit here. Again, this is my ground beef, and I added just a little bit of unseasoned meat tenderizer. So right now I got one of the Great Value Lipton and Soup Mix that we're going to put in here. Just to kind of get it seasoned a little bit. This Lipton onion soup mix is really good in ground beef for me anyway. I love that flavor. I'm going to use 2 packets in it because I want it good. I want it really good. And I'm going to use my seasoning here, which is some onion powder, garlic powder, some smoked paprika, some pepper, and a little bit of garlic salt. Garlic salt and garlic powder together makes a great combination. So we want to get this meat seasoned, because ground beef, if you don't have it seasoned before you cook it, it's going to be very bland. So y'all that are just coming in, I'm doing a meatloaf. I've not done it in a while, so we're praying that we're going to work it out for my good and God's glory. Okay. So now, okay. We just want to get this over here. And I got me some ketchup. And I got me some Worcestershire sauce. And I don't have empty. Do I have some? I don't. Ah, here we go. I'm going to add just a little bit of ground mustard. Just a little. All right. We got my mustard here and my ketchup and my Worcestershire sauce. Now let me get my eggs here. I'm getting 2 eggs. Beat them up a little. All right, I'm going to use about 1/2 cup of milk. Should have had that already, but I'm just going with the flow a little bit. Okay. All right, let's turn you off. Turn you off. And I'm going to pour my beaten eggs in my milk. And this is actually about 1/2 sleeve of Ritz crackers. And I'm also going to use some of this crispy onions. If I can tear it open. It's not working that way because I got my hands already together, so let's work it this way. Let's work it this way. I'm going to use some of these crispy onions in here. These are really good. This is my egg mixture, which is eggs, 2 eggs, 1/2 cup of milk, my crispy onions, and my Ritz crackers. So we want to kind of get this incorporated as much as we can to make it real, because this is going to keep it juicy. This is going to add that extra little juice to the, there we go. So now I'm going to add in my peppers and onions and my celery. This is peppers, onions, celery, and some garlic. You can do the raw vegetables, but I just kind of like cooked them a little bit to add a little flavor to them. I know some say you can overmix, but we're gonna rock and roll with it. And I'm gonna add some cheese. So all I tell the kids is a meatloaf is just a glorified hamburger. That's all it is. So I'm going to add some of this cheese right now. This is what I have. Fiesta blend cheese. We're not going to overload it with cheese. Just going to give a little bit of this cheese in there. That was about a little bit, so we just, I don't know how much that was left in that bag. Something just told me to put the rest of it in there. You can leave the cheese out if you don't want it. but we're gonna put the cheese in it. So now I want to put this together. I normally put it in a loaf pan. I'm going to try putting it in my baking pan here on the rack so the juice can kind of flow off of it a little bit. So we're going to go that route with it this time. And hopefully I can keep you together, boy. Ooh, I'm about to dump you out. I'm about to dump you out. I was about to make us move, my moo-moo. Let's see. Let's see if we can form this. Into a loaf. Okay. Now we've got you in here. And I'm going to put this in the oven, 375 for about 45 minutes. So we're going into the oven, y'all. And I'm going to put it on the bottom rack. Alexa, timer for 40 minutes.
Good afternoon, Wendell. 40 minutes, starting now.
All right, now let's move on. Let's get my taters together. Let's see. I didn't need to use that one. I'm gonna need my thing in a minute to read it. Don't forget your wine, everybody. Cheers, cheers. So now let me get my taters going here. Let's see. Give me a minute. I'm trying to get some of my stuff together. I'm still here. I'm just moving and moving. See here. was gonna do some mashed potatoes, but I'm gonna just do some fried potatoes. How about that? Because I'm always changing up how I do things. So I have a few potatoes here left. And let me get a little water in my bowl. Try not to make too much of a mess here, so let's see here. I want to get these potatoes peeled. I think I'm going to slice them and fry them instead of making mashed potatoes. What would we have done without potato peelers? Skin and potato. So I'm gonna get some potatoes together going here. Thank y'all for hollering the hearts. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribe. I appreciate you. We're trying to get a little quick Sunday, little dinner going here. A couple of my friends wanted me to try a meatloaf. They want to do a meatloaf, but they want a step-by-step. I hope I didn't go too fast with that. That they'll be able to look at it, play it back, and work it out. So I'm doing a whole meal with the meatloaf. You can do it in the crock pot, which is very good. I've done that as well. But make sure if you put it in your crock pot, you got a liner or some aluminum foil where you can pull it out, where it'll stay together. All right, so we're keeping all this together. Move that out of my way. So we've got my potatoes. And these are my disposable cutting boards that I got from Dollar Tree. I'm gonna need that. So I'm going to maybe put them in some chunks. Yeah, we're gonna make them chunky instead of making them like a mashed potato. We're gonna cook these and just fry them down, as some call it home fries. And this is about 4 potatoes that I'm using right now. All right. I'm going to rinse these off a little bit more. And then we're going to season them up. Gonna move this out of the way. And I'm going to season these with some salt and pepper.
These people are being canonized for their suffering. Tell me this man killed his daughter. I don't like the idea.
Parmesan cheese, grated Parmesan cheese. Just going to add an extra little salt to it. Some dry parsley flakes. And my roasted garlic brown butter. Roasted garlic brown butter. This is Kendall season. Alright, so let me move some stuff around so we can get y'all over here so y'all can see what's going down. So let's move it around a little bit here. We're going to, that's good, okay. All right, let me get the stove cracking here. And we're going to just oil it a little bit. I'm still using this avocado oil.
I recommend Sensodyne. Sensodyne toothpaste goes inside the tooth.
Yes. Let's get all of this out of here. I want all the seasonings out because it's got some of the seasonings in here. So I want to get this, all of that out. I want it all in here. You can't add potatoes. I'm not going to, you can add some onions. I'm talking about potatoes. You can add some onions, but we're not going to do that. So I need to get this next piece going. I'm going to cook some green beans. Make sure I get the right pie on. A little bit of my oil here. A little of my oil so I can fry up my fat back. I'm gonna put some fat back in my greens. So I'm gonna get that going. I've got 2 cans of cut green beans. Got too much going on, y'all. Down in the sink. All right. We're gonna get the fat back going, and we got my greens or potatoes cooking. I'm going to add a little bit of chicken broth to these taters. Alexa, how much time left? Alexa, how much time left?
You have 27 minutes left on your 40-minute timer.
Okay. Don't forget to get your wine, everybody. Like and share if you will. Cheers. Cheers. Oh, that's good. Okay, so we're getting this grease going. And where is my lid? Gonna let those steam down a little bit. And while the fatback is cooking, let's see here. I'm trying to do too many things here, but we're gonna work some things out here. We're gonna work some things out. Walnuts. I guess I gotta make something sweet, I would imagine. I'm gonna crack up some walnuts here. We're gonna make a little something. Some walnuts here. All right, we're getting the fat back going. And the potatoes are moving. Ooh-wee, okay. We want the fat back to get popping here. I'm gonna cover you a little bit. Okay, let's see. And we're going to go with here. Let's see. One. 2 cups. Okay. And we're gonna add a little bit of brown sugar here. This brown sugar done got hard on me. Let's see. Let's try my other one. We got a better bag. I'm trying to throw a little dessert together, y'all. Let's change y'all over. Let me put you over here and you over here. And we'll turn this one down. Add a little bit of brown sugar to the flour. And some granulated sugar. Of the and vanilla. Set that to cook on down. Ease on down the road. So I've got my cans for these, my other, I had something, oh. And this right here is actually some nuts and cinnamon that I had together, which is some pistachios. So I've got some walnut and some pistachios, and a little bit of cinnamon, some flour and sugar, and a little bit of vanilla. I'm calling this a little nutty bread that I'm trying to put together here, y'all. Okay. All right. We're moving. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for all the great things. We're getting a little Sunday dinner going. We're doing a little meatloaf and some taters. There are some more pecans over here. Some of the photos in here. I was going to go out and get some pecans. So I got some pecans, I got some walnuts, got some pistachios and cinnamon and sugar. And I've got a stick of margarine and a stick of butter. Fat back. You don't have to use pork. I know everybody don't eat it anymore, but I promise you, this fat back meat, this pork is going to make it everything, Bo. It's going to make it everything. We're going to put in our green beans. And my little onion soup mix. We're going to add some liquid to it. A little bit of salt and pepper. And some garlic salt. And just a tad bit of sugar to it. Now we're going to cover that and let that go. Put the rest of this in there. Oh, these taters are done. These taters are done. These are done. Excuse me, y'all. The pepper got me. So now let's add this fat back in here. So I guess I'm done with my spices here. So I can move you out of your way. Oh no! I got to make my stuff for my topping. Ah! So I need my pepper and my salt. I need that back. I'm moving too fast, y'all. I'm moving too fast. I'm moving too fast. I'm trying to get a little sweetness going here, a little something I'm just putting together here. I'm gonna call it a nutty bread. But I'm just using some flour, some sugar, and some butter. And we're gonna make a little bread. A little cookie bread. You can call it a cookie or you can call it a bread. So let me let's see here. Turn you off. Potatoes are done. All right, I'm going to take my taters and stuff. Let me move it around. I keep musical chairs here, right? A musical move around. I'm going to make a little sweet bread for dessert, which is my flour, margarine, and some butter.
She was so. It wasn't until I left when those things missing. Stick a pin. It was gold. A silver dish. My grandfather brought back from the army. From France. World War II. She stole. She hit my grandmother. She hit my mom.
I guess you can kind of say like biscuit dough, kind of, sort of, but this is going to be a little sweet bread. I've got pecans, I've got walnuts, I've got pistachios, I've got some little bit of cinnamon and sugar in here, some brown sugar, some granulated or white sugar. And I'm just gonna crumble it all up like a crumble. And we're gonna, hopefully this is gonna come out to be a nice little great sweetness for dessert. It's almost like cookie dough, but not quite, but it's kind of there a little bit. So we're gonna call this a nutty bread. I think that's good. Got my pan here. We're gonna transfer it to it. Maybe a lot in here, but I want it I'm trying to double it up so I can make it full. Oh, that flavor smells good. And I'm just mashing it down like you would do for maybe pie crust or dough. All right, y'all, we're gonna see what it does.
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate, if you believe, working groups. The police who investigate crime.
All right, so we've got that going.
These
I'm gonna put this in the oven in a minute. All right, the green beans are moving. Potatoes are done. Anybody want a piece of fat back? Father God, thank you for the food that we receive. May we use for nourishment about Father God Christ. And we say thank you, Jesus, Lord God, and amen. Cheers. Now I need to make my sauce that go on top of my that's gonna go on top of the meatloaf. I'm kind of using a little bit of the same of the ingredients that went in there into my that's going to do that. Let me put this in the oven here. I'm going to put this on the middle rack. Alexa, timer for 20 minutes.
Second timer, 20 minutes, starting now.
A little bit of this Worcestershire. Also gonna put a little bit of this teriyaki. Some of this minced gerlach.
Janet Tracy Hagan, United States Navy.
Okay, just ground mustard.
Sleeve was an officer.
Some of this brown sugar. Some of this granulated sugar. I'm not sure the measurements, y'all. I'm just kind of throwing this together here. Just a little bit of salt and pepper. Ooh, let's see. Green beans are beat down. Let me turn it down. Green beans and potatoes are done. I didn't use these. Onion powder, garlic powder, and smoked paprika. A little bit of this Cajun seasoning, and some crushed red pepper. What's going on? All right. Now we got our topping here. Blue, come here. Okay. I think I need just a little more. Trying to balance out the balance it out a little bit. It seems like a lot, y'all, but I wanted to really balance it out. Okay, there we go. Oh, that heat is there. All right. Now this is going to go on the top. Cut those off, cut that off. Put you up, put you up. Everything here. Cheers. We're doing a meatloaf and some potatoes. Knocking stuff over. Meatloaf and potatoes and green beans. And then I've got me a little something I'm trying here. A little sweet bread. I'm sorry, y'all, my hands, I'm just trying to get some of this stuff together here. Alexa, how much time left? Alexa, how much time left?
You have 2 timers. A 40-minute timer with about 1 minute and 50 seconds left, and a 20-minute timer with about 12 minutes left.
Okay. Ooh. The meatloaf. The meatloaf.
Lieutenant Hagen was on temporary assignment duty to the ship.
The meatloaf is coming along.
She was being trained in anti-submarine.
The meatloaf is coming along. Cheers, everybody. Chosen, how are you? Betty. Welcome, welcome. Miss Jane, how are you? I think y'all, I'm doing a quick little Santa Denta. I had a couple of friends wanting to do a meatloaf. So I did the meatloaf, kind of a step-by-step so they can watch it and kind of maybe replay it because they want to make a meatloaf. So I've done one and we're about to the home stretch on it. So we're gonna see what happens. I've got some potatoes that I've made, home fries, some of them call them, and some green beans. And then I've got a little surprise I'm doing in the oven, a little dessert. I call it a nutty bread where I've used some pecans, walnuts, pistachios, some flour, some sugar, brown sugar, granulated sugar, a little bit of vanilla flavor. And we're gonna kind of sieve that or toast up and make us a little sweet bread. We're gonna see how it goes. Oh, I use a little bit of butter in it too. Butter and a stick of butter and a stick of margarine. Let's see. Everything is moving by the power of God. Ooh, the meatloaf. Alexa, off. Alexa, how much time left?
You have 10 minutes left on your 20-minute timer.
Okay. So, we're going to bring out the meatloaf. It's been in here for about 40 minutes. I'm going to put it back in. But what I want to do is put some of this mixture that I put together, a sauce or a glaze as you may want to call it, is what I'm putting together on it. And that's what we're going to base it in, and then we're going to put this back in the oven.
She was a very capable officer.
Capable of what?
I don't understand the questions.
Lieutenant knows that they want to know about her.
This is optional. I know Mom always put ketchup, but I made just a little sauce to kind of give it a little sweet, tangy taste.
She was looking forward to seeing a Philharmonic with her father.
Chief Petty Officer James Hagen.
And put it on this rack will keep the grease from to kind of just flow right off of it. And I know some people say they have a problem with the meatloaf staying together, so it is together, y'all. It is still here. What do you think? So I'm going to put this back in the oven for maybe about another 15 minutes. So this can kind of soak and on it and kind of go right on through it. I'm just going to soak it and saturate it, y'all. I can see the red pepper flakes in here. So that's going to give it that extra bite. What do y'all think? So far, so good. This is a meatloaf. I'm just kind of covering it in my juices here. And we're going to let it go back in the oven. So this can cook. Alexa, timer for 10 minutes.
Second timer, 10 minutes, starting now.
So we're about there, y'all. We're almost there. We're almost there. So we're doing a meatloaf and some home fries or potatoes and some green beans. Let's get a little more wine because we're still moving here. Want to get a little more of my wine. This is Give me some sugar. Give me some sugar. Sweet muscadine, and it is really good, y'all. Cheers. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for just spending this time with me. I appreciate you so much. Cheers.
With forever chemicals that can get into your food.
Oh, that's good.
At Fairway, we don't make compromises. Our signature footwear is made with a 100% non-toxic cooking surface.
Alexa, how much time left?
Chemicals here. Our signature ceramic pans are also naturally non-stick.
Alexa, how much time left?
You have two timers. A 20-minute timer with about 6 minutes and 30 seconds left and a 10-minute timer with about 8 minutes and 20 seconds left.
Could have made some bread. Ugh. A bread or a biscuit or something, right? But we didn't. Got the crispy onions. Good. Bridget, how are you? Niecy, my beautiful cousin. All right, my TikTokers, I thank y'all so much. MJP, Candy. I'm trying to see how I do this. I don't know. My TikTok, I'm still learning it, y'all. I'm still learning it. We're going to see what it does, how it goes. Barbara, how are you? Sandra, welcome, welcome. Thank you for y'all for checking me out. I appreciate you. We're doing a little Santa Donna. I had a couple of friends that wanted to do a step-by-step with the meatloaf. I've got it done in this oven. We're down to the wire with it. We're going to let it finish cooking. I put my little topping or glaze, which is actually some ketchup, some Worcestershire sauce, the W sauce, some teriyaki sauce, a little bit of ground mustard. Some seasonings that I used was smoked paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, and garlic salt. And some crushed red pepper flakes. Oh, I used brown sugar and some granulated sugar. Try to make sure I put it all in there. But we're about down to the wire, y'all. We're getting there. We're getting there. Don't mind me, y'all. I'm trying to clean it up so I won't have so much of that to do when I'm finished. Got a piece of fat back. I'm gonna tell y'all. Oh Lord. Right back. That's all. Alexa, how much time left?
You have two timers. A 20-minute timer with about 2 minutes and 50 seconds left and a 10-minute timer with about 4 minutes and 40 seconds left.
That was good, y'all. Hello, Angela, Sharon, Lala. I'm learning this, y'all, so got somebody heading up my heart. I'm trying to get a little quick jumpster going. I've got a meatloaf in the oven. I've got some green beans and some potatoes. What was that? I don't know what's going on with that. That's potatoes. And let's get some of these green beans while we're waiting, y'all. We got the meatloaf still going, so I got a little bit of taters here and the green beans. Just gonna, so they're good and soft. Ooh. Ooh. Mmm. Alexa, how much time left?
You have 2 timers. A 20-minute timer with about 10 seconds left and a 10-minute timer with about 2 minutes left.
Taters are on the money. Oh, the meatloaf is. Alexa off. Alexa, timer for 10 minutes.
Second timer, 10 minutes, starting now.
Okay, y'all, I'm eating without the meat right now. I'm just tasting the green beans and the potatoes. I'm about ready to bring the meatloaf out. Alexa, how much time left?
You have 2 timers. A 10-minute timer with about 1 minute left and a 10-minute timer with about 9 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Okay. Potatoes are always good. We're getting ready to bring the meatloaf out. It'll be further cooked with the juices and all. I'm gonna have to let it cool a little bit before we cut it. But we've got it done. Martha Peterson, how are you, my friend? Adrian. Okay? It's okay, Adrian. Oh, wait. Alexa off. All right, so now we're finished with the meatloaf. Look at there, y'all. The meat and the loaf. The meat and the loaf. It is done. It is done. Meatloaf is done. I gotta let it cool a little bit before we slice it. I'm trying to be hard-headed and slice it while it's hot. See, it stayed together. I know Felicia and Adrian say you can't keep them to stay together, but it's there. Even we putting on this rack, it held it together. It held it together.
They drop over 10,000 new arrivals every day.
Gucci, Rolex,
Prada,
Louis Vuitton.
Hermes, Cartier, Tiffany. Up to 90% off retail.
I'm just being hard-headed, y'all.
Shop now, get
Just want you to see.
terms apply.
Looking good, guys.
Vacations are better with the
Just want you to see that it's done.
rewards once available to the few are now accessible to the many. Earn
Look at that.
with Credit One Bank and live large.
Oh my my. Ooh. Ooh. All right now. Meatloaf.
Save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
Mm.
Like, you need to check the weather first before sailing.
Mm.
Check Allstate first for a quote that can save you hundreds.
So I told the detectives everything I remembered.
Cheers.
Lying now is not in your best interests.
Said I didn't lie.
Only loser thought that the table's already seen their hand.
Just want to see that I cut it.
Lieutenant Bates.
That's
The meatloaf.
a superior officer you working for thirst.
The meatloaf.
When I talked to the
The
attorney,
meatloaf.
Cooperation now will benefit you.
The meatloaf.
still,
Oh, that's good.
everybody was.
Mm.
I saw her come out of the room.
Mm.
She just fell flat on her face. And then she walked the gauntlet.
Whoa. Mm.
We went into a room.
All right, y'all. Now I'm waiting for my little bread to get done.
Oh, I was out there all
Just wanted to get
She started moving.
a little good brown.
She stopped moving.
All right, so we're gonna call it, y'all. I got to get ready and get going here.
She could have been dead.
We've got the meatloaf done. That was good though.
So I panicked.
Cut another piece and it's still hot and it's still. Y'all see how that did that? Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Look at that. You see the peppers and the onions and everything is in there. Look at that. Meat and loaf. What do you think? Yay, nay, maybe? The meat and the loaf. It's just another glorified hamburger, as I call it. All right, y'all. We're going to call it. I'm going to finish nibbling here, and we're going to get finished with our work here and get going. I'll be full after a while. All this nibbling. Mm-hmm.
So, we issued an arrest warrant, hold our breath till we're finished with them. Don't make it good about you wanting those. Uniform code of military justice calls us
All right.
inherently dangerous to others.
I don't know how long I've been on.
Mandatory penalty.
I'm throwing fat back. I'm sorry.
Make America's finest think twice about making obedience
I thank y'all for taking the time to hang with me. I appreciate you so very much. Start of a new week. Asking God for favor, covering, blessing, healing for your family and your household. But remember, much love always from my heart and my kitchen to yours. I appreciate you. Have a great rest of your sensational Sunday. We'll see you.